Hello and welcome to HVNN's series of interviews with candidates for the Poughkeepsie Common Council. I'm Roger Connor, and I'm coming to you from Spark Media Project in the Poughkeepsie Underwear Factory building in downtown Poughkeepsie. And with me is Mario Johnson. Mario is one of three at-large candidates running for the Common Council position. Mario, thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
First off, tell us a little bit about what you love about Poughkeepsie and why you live here.
Basically, I've been a resident of City of Poughkeepsie for 30 years. I came here after graduating from SUNY Oswego to Marist College as a graduate student. And I was born and raised in Beacon, raised in Beacon, graduated from Beacon, but I came here because of the opportunities. That's basically what it was here. Back in the early 90s, that basically there was things that was going on. I like the energy, I like the diversity. My family's from Poughkeepsie. We've been here for at least 60 years plus. So, living across the street from, College Hill and basically enjoying all the amenities that the city of Poughkeepsie offered, especially the recreation, the sports, the employment opportunities. Basically, Poughkeepsie was very vibrant. I remember Poughkeepsie when it had, all the stores on Main Street, from Arlington Sporting Goods to M. Schwartz and to all the places. We came here to shop. And I knew that one place I wanted to be was definitely Poughkeepsie because at the time, Beacon was obviously on the economic downcline. So being in Poughkeepsie provided me many opportunities to not only just live here, but also, make a family here as well as be a vital, let's say, part of the community in the city of Poughkeepsie.
Now, you've served on the Common Council in the past, and you've also been on the county legislature.
That's correct.
So tell me a little bit about what you feel are the best qualities in you that make you a good candidate for the at-large position.
Okay, well, like I said, thank you for talking about my experience, but serving 2 years, and I think I was the ripe age of 25, being elected as city councilman to the 5th Ward, and also the same year being appointed vice mayor of the city of Poughkeepsie, gave me tremendous opportunities to really work with everybody throughout the city. I enjoyed that experience because my degrees in public administration and also second master's in urban policy and city management really provided me the opportunity to do things in the community that was able to basically help make the city better. From leaving the city council, I then ran for the Dutchess County legislative seat for the 10th district. I served 3 terms there, of which I served basically 6 years on the Budget and Finance Committee, as well as working on various human services committee, intergovernmental affairs committees, and things like that. So really, I was able to put my education to work to be able to really help build and help move the 10th district and also the 5th Ward and 3rd and 5th Ward and Part 7, basically, move that forward, especially given that the neighborhood, the North Side community, was challenged with a number of different issues.
And in the time we have left, and this is a short informational interview, what do you see as the greatest challenge facing the city in 2018?
Well, number one is, is budget. It's definitely budgetary fiscal issues because, right now we have this looming debt. So we really have to get this, get some type of debt reduction plan and really start looking at the budget in a way that's going to help the city move forward. When you hear about $13.7 million, $11 million in the hole, or $12 million, we're taking off buses. We really don't have a real concrete plan to move some of the houses that are dilapidated, or even for that matter, foreclosed or distressed in the city, to get them back on the tax rolls, to be able to bring jobs and economic development, to the city. That's going to be a challenge because without dollars, it won't make sense. And without dollars, it's not policy. It's easy to talk about how we're going to try to get ourselves out of a hole. But if we don't have a balance on revenues and expenses and the debt, I wish we were other municipalities that only have to worry about revenues and expenses, but when you have to pile so much debt on top, that just creates an additional financial headache. And I think I come with the expert financial as well as budgetary expertise to bring to the city. As a former graduate instructor for Marist College, and I was teaching introduction to public administration as well as introduction to public budgeting and finance. I think I bring those skill sets to the city to really look at the budget, be able to manage it, be able to forecast the budget, as well as look at how we can reduce our debt and improve our Moody's bond rating, which really is basically an anchor around our neck. We've got to do something with the debt. Without that, we may go belly up and be one of the first cities, if not in the Hudson Valley or in New York State, really, to go bankrupt.
Ooh.
that's real if we can't pay our bills. I was saddened to hear the other night that the city at one time did not make payroll. And that's alarming. That's something that should really send up all kinds of red flags to say we're really a distressed city. We have to get a grant writer in to be able to find those resources, because we can't tax and spend our way out of this one. We have to find those resources through grant writers or grant writer to be able to look at how do we secure state funding as well as federal funding to be able to keep our city afloat in different ways, instead of taxing or overtaxing the seniors and our vulnerable populations to the point where they're walking away from their houses. We have a housing crisis in the city, and we must address that in order to get the revenues back into the city.
Very good. We're going to have to leave it right there.
Thank you.
But we've been talking with Mario Johnson. He is one of the at-large candidates for Poughkeepsie Common Council. And whether you live in the city of Poughkeepsie or anywhere in the Hudson Valley, make sure you're informed about your local elections, and be sure to get out to vote on Tuesday, November 7th. Mario, thank you very much for making the time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.